So, have you been wondering how you can help with the situation in Ukraine? And did you hear about the lady from Manchester who was so keen to do something that, having had a few too many drinks to celebrate her birthday, she ordered an Uber all the way from Manchester to Ukraine so she could go and help out? Uber said it would cost her £4,500, and after several pink gins, she accepted the fare. Now, luckily for this lady, Uber wasn't actually able to take the money as she had insufficient funds in her bank. And the bank, quite unsurprisingly, thought that there was some kind of fraud going on, and so the transaction was declined. So though this lady woke up with a very sore head, she didn't at least wake up halfway across Germany en route to Kyiv. What she could do, like the rest of us, is volunteer to have a Ukrainian in her own home. Now, amazingly, 150,000 British people have signed up to offer their homes to one or more Ukrainian refugees. Now, of course, not everybody has the space to do that, but I do. I'm one of the people that is very, very keen to help in that way. I'm lucky enough to have room in my house, perhaps for a mother and child, and I'd really love that to happen. But what I want to say today is that I'm not convinced that anything like 150,000 Ukrainians will actually want to come to Britain. And here is why. Britain is a very long way away from Ukraine. And what I learned when I was on the Polish border this time last week with GBNews is that most of these refugees just want to go home as soon as possible. I saw good people from Germany, from the Netherlands, from Denmark, trying to persuade refugees to get on coaches and minibuses for a new life in those countries. People with signs up saying, I have space to take you. And you know what? There wasn't actually a stampede for this transport. Far from it. By and large, as you've seen from the pictures there, these people didn't actually want to go anywhere. They seemed content, perhaps very unhappily, of course, but they wanted to just wait in the refugee centres to see if it might be possible not to go quite as far away. Why? Because these people are not economic migrants. They are fleeing war. They have left brothers, husbands, fathers at home. And what they really want is for all this to be over fast so that they can go back and rebuild their lives. Now, that might not be very realistic in the short term. Most are probably going to realise soon that they'll have to find somewhere else to go for a while. But I think the nearer to their home, the better for them. So what should we do? Well, I think we should support the countries nearest Ukraine to take as many as they can. Of course, we should also take anyone who really, really wants to come to the UK, and I'm first in line, I hope, for somebody to come to our house. But we need to be conscious that a permanent exodus of Ukrainians from Ukraine is not actually what the Ukrainians want either. After all, it only achieves Putin's objectives for him by Russ-ifying Ukraine, which is exactly what he's trying to do with his bombs.